He said cooking time. What's up? I ain't nothing about what to do nothing but smoke a J, but I just watched Unkasa. I can say his name right now. I just watched Unkasa double down on what he was talking about. I see all the Gully followers keep talking about Eon. Why you still on that? I'm probably still on that for a couple of reasons. Number one, he should have never got my business. That's the first thing. Number two, he wanted to sit on this platform and diss Wayne Perry like nobody from DC was gonna say nothing about it. And then to double down on it, he kind of was praising or sympathetic towards Alpo. And then when I saw him start dissing Unkasa, a dude that showed him love with the New York vibe that he wants to emulate, he turned around and try to bite him like a snake. What's up, Eon? I heard this police officer yesterday at the Gaylord talking shit to one of his partners about how they jacked someone up. And I walked up to him and gave him a few words of humility. Gully quiet. What you think Gully gonna end up doing? Unkasa was cooking Gully with facts. If you up on what Unkasa said, right? Then he basically confirming all my suspicions and analyzations of Goofy TV, right? Gully no good anyway. I don't think he gonna really respond to that. But I think Unkasa had another good point that I made already. Gully quick to say he's some type of big shit from the streets in Erie, Pennsylvania, right? But to be specific, y'all know that I'm a journalist. I'm gonna do research. If you say it's in the law books, or it's in the newspaper, or we made the news, I should be able to find it. So he said he ain't made top story on the news for shooting people. It's in his jacket. He said on his jacket. Like the rhinestones he was trying to order from New York to put on his jacket. Same nigga that took his overalls to the tailor, took his corduroys to the tailor. He matched his corduroys up green with green socks and the green PA knitted. But Casa caught on to the fact that when you look Jamil Lindsay up, the only time Jamil Lindsay come up in the news report regarding shootings is his son. The same one that he talk about like a dog and say he'd never do anything for him. And y'all wanted to match, like, you know, had me in one corner of the internet and him in one corner of another corner of the internet. Gully can only survive if there are not people on the internet like myself, Casa. I'ma stop there. People that can see through him. See, some of my homies didn't care enough about him to analyze him, if you dig what I'm saying. But he just rubbed me the wrong way. He appeared to be a gangster groupie to me. He just rubbed me the wrong way. Dude was selling those rocks out in his mother's store. Well, I can't verify that, but as Unkasa said, statute of limitation over on any little boy shit like that. But I do want to take the opportunity. Hold on 1 second. Yeah, but I do want to double down on. He called me a half an ounce nigga when I was a teenager. I wasn't, but that's the story that he wants to endorse. But Casa met him. He said about 15, 16 years ago. He almost 50 now. You take 10 away from that, that's 40. You take 5 more away from that, we're going to say he's about 35 or 36 years old, right? Hustling off a 8-ball that he mixed up in a little glass. Like that. Casa said, it wasn't even the type of shit you put in a bowl. Homie, I ain't never whipped a 3.5. I ain't never whipped a 7. I knew he just ain't match up to the type of guys that I've been around or the type of levels of the game that I was on when I was playing that game right there. And to find out that he hadn't been to Miami until he was 30-some years old. Now, maybe it would have been different if he was from the West Coast, but to be from Pennsylvania and never been to Miami till he was 30-some years old, it just don't put him in the balling category for me. Now, for a regular person, cool. But not for a dude that was God's gift to a corner. He said Gully was wearing Wrangler jeans. Thank you for reminding me of that. I got a mental list of what I wanted to get to. I thought Casa was playing when he said when he met Gully, he was wearing Wrangler jeans. I thought he was joking. I thought he was just turning it on a minute. But then as I got to thinking about the many times that I'd have been trolling Goofy TV, I got to thinking about how I saw that video where he was allegedly at the gym with his son talking about like if he was training him to be some type of future athlete. No disrespect to the son, you know. May Allah reward the son and make him better than the father. But to focus on what I'm talking about with Jamil, the older one, because the young one a gangster, according to the newspaper, according to the news reports. But he had the son in Walmart tennis shoes, and he was talking about it as if it was some type of honorable system of progression that he was setting up where if his son performed well and done well with basketball practice and learning basketball, maybe he would get to a pair of Nikes later or some shit. I just couldn't relate to it. But if you watch any of the videos that I do, and for the people that say, E, man, we like the videos you do when you talking about somebody that means something. I don't want to disrespect those of you all that follow me for those videos I do, this real journalism, historic, but in this YouTube world, and I seen somebody came to my defense. Somebody was mentioning something along the lines that, you know, in the YouTube world, you don't deal with it like you deal with it in the streets. If you from the streets, you know, you from the streets, somebody say something wrong, you know, men, you know, check it, pull up, have a conversation. Gully is not that type of dude that you pull up and have a conversation about. What you do with Gully, you hit him where it hurt. You magnify all of the lies and the inconsistencies and the shit that he promote that's just untrue. I want to point another fact out that just came to my mind while we talking about Casa and the Wranglers and Gully wearing secondhand jeans, hand-me-down brown. Shout out to Casa. Hand-me-down brown. But Gully, if you pay any attention to any of the shit that he say, right? He got a problem with women. Now, bruh saying he's a woman beater, and he's a style stiller. Because to turn around and bite this guy after you was wearing hand-me-down jeans, everybody's style, like his whole swag is New York. Let me hold on. Hit the like button if you come in here. Let me know where you from also. But is Gully style or swag, does it not scream New York? To me, it does. Like one of my homies say, nah, he give me the Philly vibe. He don't give me a Philly vibe. He don't give me a New York vibe. I'm saying the swag that he imitates, I believe it's closer to New York swag than Philly swag. Shit would have disappeared. But the thing that I wanted to point out when I say he be style stealing, said he had a chain that was worth $37,000. You ain't got to believe me. That's a fact. He said it in one of these last two videos. He said, "Man, I got one chain that's worth $37,000." Gully's such an imitator. When he did the video that I ended up trolling him about or clowning him about, we had the serious face saying my jeweler called me this morning and he got the jiggling that motherfucking bullshit around on his neck. He said that my jeweler called me this morning and said, "Hey, I need you to get your chains, those cables reappraised and reassessed," and all these other words he chose to use. Ten Toes did a good video about the process of that. Shout out to Ten Toes for that. But back to what I'm saying. The exact amount of money that he said the chain was worth is the exact amount of money that Unkasa said his chain was worth. In my mind, now that I believe he's a fraud, which I always suspected, all my videos, I always allude to the fact that he's a fraud and a coward. And a coward cover sucker and all that other punk, all them other words that come with a dude standing outside ready to beat you up. But why would he allude to the fact that his chain was $37,000? Exactly like Unkasa said his chain was. The exact same price. The exact same price that bruh said he got a chain. Telling me, you recompress those bricks. I ain't talking about that right now. Yo, you cooking Gully like a chef. Gully versus Eon, February 10th, 2026, Madison Square Garden. I'm from Crittenden. Shout out to CRT. To be honest, Eon, I love women, but every woman ain't innocent. A lot of feel entitled. I had to cuss a few women out myself in the past. Peace and blessings, fam. Just popping in. I'm from Harlem. He tries, but he's way off. Okay, no disrespect to Harlem. I was just asking, you know what I mean? Nowhere near Philly swag. Shout out to Philly, okay. Jula ain't calling him. I don't believe they did. What's up, homeboy? Shout out to New York. You look like you could grill anything, even the Senate. All right, imaginary players. His so-called chain sound like wind chimes. That's a good one. Wearing fake jewelry, then telling people he paid $30,000, $37,000. It's nasty work, man. That goofy joker definitely doesn't have a Philly swag. That's disrespectful to Philly dudes. I'm from North Philly. Shout out to North Philly. I didn't say he did. I said my homie said that. So don't chop me up. You know what I mean? Don't put the knife in me. If anything, the jeweler would have purchased his chains and made the profit. Make it make sense. Well, let me explain something to y'all. I know a few things in life, but I'm not a jewelry expert. I don't even have a lot of jewelry. I'm not a jewelry collector. I got a few little pieces. I had a few little pieces, but when I was in the streets and I was getting that type of money where you acquire all that jewelry, I wasn't in the jewelry. I was in the other things. So I'm not the dude that's here to shit on him about his jewelry. Although I know fake jewelry when I see it. I got a diamond chain. I got a diamond necklace that I could put my diamond charm on. I got a little white gold chain. I got a Gucci watch and I got an AP. All shit that I collected when I was in the streets. I don't have the time or money to be spending or like these niggas be going to get like these niggas be getting the payment plans on the jury. I ain't got time for all that. It ain't that serious to me. I'd rather go on a trip around the world before I spend $200, $300 a month on a Rolex just to act like I got the Rolex. When I had the money to do those type of things and flaunt it, that's what I did. Gully is perpetrating an image. That's why when Unkasa came to his town, that's why he made it his business to let him see him serving them nickel rocks. I wish Unkasa would have said it that way the first time, but I knew what he was saying. But when he doubled back down on him the second time, he said, man, nigga, you sold a nickel and dime. Bro, you was a grown-ass man in your 30s selling $5 and $10 rocks. You a maggot, bro. You ain't no God. You ain't no God. He's not no God, bro. He was selling $5 and $10 rocks. Last time I touched cocaine, bro, I touched the whole thing. It's like Young Jeezy. I ain't opened up a whole thing since 94. He can't talk to you about that big dope boy talk. That's what made me get on this line about him being God's gift to a corner. I said, any nigga that done sold bricks, had bricks, middleman bricks, seen bricks, cop 1 brick, cop 10 bricks. The drug talk that comes out of their mouth is different. Just like when you listen to people like Yo Gotti, Rick Ross, no matter if you say he was the CEO or not, Yo Gotti, Rick Ross, ESTG. When you hear some of their drug talk rap, some of it's official, so much so that as a listener, you can say either they've been around it, they did it, or they witnessed it from very close. Gully can't talk to you about no D-boy talk. He don't even know no major drug traffickers. And if he did, he would have interviewed him and asked him all type of verbal masturbation questions like he did Haitian Jack and then turn around and bite him in the back. That boy is snake, and he envious of gangsters and hustlers. You understand? He's living a third childhood. Everything that he couldn't do in Erie when he was watching them jukebox and reading Right On magazines and watching BET in the basement, he was dreaming about a way to get the fuck out of Erie and get to a place like New York City. So when he disrespected a nigga from New York City, it ain't nothing but his old childhood demons coming back to fester, or like when like Malcolm X said, the cows come home, the rooster, however he say that term. It ain't nothing but Gully snapping and lashing out in New York City. Don't forget, he was a male groupie sleeping on a couch, a Skibo Debo, a male groupie. They allowed him to sleep on the couch for days. No. Let's use the term weeks. He was sleeping on the couch for weeks. Deion Williams versus Jamil Lindsay. What's up, bro? That man is weird. Yeah, I heard Unkasa say some goons in New York are waiting for Gully. Now, what Gully gonna do? He gonna bite them up? That's another thing I want to touch on real quick. That man, I can't wait to have him sit down with man, cause I was in jail when they did their thing. So no disrespect to him and his craft and his talent and all the shit that he did. I really wasn't a part of that Dipset wave. So, I seen a couple people, man, that, kind of was giving me a hard time in the comments saying, E, you don't know how to say his name? No disrespect, I didn't know how to say his name. That's not what I was into. I went to jail at 16. I came home at 33. So the only amount of Dipset music I was able to see or consume was what we were able to get in the feds. And at one point in time in the feds, you couldn't even listen to music on the CDs that had cuss words in it. Real talk. Hold on 1 second. Gully TV needs to explain himself. How you beat down women and don't take care of your kids? How you beat down women and don't take care of your kids, but you won't fight a grown man? You beat a woman senseless and out of town in another man's apartment, but you won't fight a man. I mean, won't even throw your dukes up, as they say. Laugh out loud. Y'all still talking about Gully. You driving traffic to him. I don't care about it as long as they know that he's a fraud. That's the only thing I want the world to know. I want the world to know that all that shit that he promotes and portrays, go look at him. Go check him out. Gully TV always would be a bozo. He need to stop jacking NYC too much. Now he think he better than the NYC original. Like I'm from DC. I rep DC all day, all the time, right? This is DC right here. So I represent DC all the time, right? A lot of times when people troll dudes that's trying to imitate like they from DC, one of the first things they say is, "Oh, you're not really from DC." Gully is not from nowhere. No disrespect to the good men from Erie, because I know a few of them. Nobody aspires to be from Erie. You know, like dudes from outside of Baltimore City, they want to act like they from Baltimore. You know, dudes from outside of Richmond, like the suburbs, they want to act like they from Richmond. Dudes from outside of DC, they may even claim DMV or something like that. They, you know, they gonna act like they from DC. Same thing with all big cities: Chicago, New York, Philadelphia. Gully from almost 10 hours away from Philadelphia. And when I met him, right? True story. When I met Gully, I met him with Sean Branch. He was down here dick riding Sean Branch. He was trying to, wanted to do a Sean Branch interview and shit, right? I was there. I was around. Me being the type of guy that I am, I wasn't just interested in, him putting the camera on SB. Keep in mind, I was in jail with SB when SB used to be on the cover of the Washington Post, the front page. I'm not enamored or blown away that, oh my God, that's Sean Branch from the front page of the Washington Post. We were in the same unit when he was on the front page of the Washington Post. So me and Gully is not the same. I'm not impressed by the same shit that he's impressed by. But nevertheless, we were just talking one-on-one at one moment while SB was doing something else, right? And I asked the dude, like I always ask the dude when I meet a dude, and I say, hey, where you from? If you ask me where I'm from, I'm gonna say DC. I asked that nigga, Jamil Lindsay, the grown-up one, the father one. I said, where you from, bro? He said, oh, outside of Philly. Shouldn't have said that to me. I be in Philly all the time. I got friends and family that live in the Philadelphia area. I got homies that's from Logan, outside of Philadelphia or North Philly. I got homies that I was in the feds with from west side of Philly. So I said, where? Where at outside of Philly? Like Chester? York? Like where? The nigga would not say Erie. He was ashamed or embarrassed to say that he was from Erie, Pennsylvania. So all y'all dudes that be thinking that I'm dissing Erie when I'm dissing this Bama, the same Bama who y'all saying something to me about that I'm dissing your town where y'all from because of Gully TV. Gully TV was so embarrassed to tell a DC nigga he was from Erie. He said, oh, I'm from outside of Philly. Man, if you from further than an hour outside of Philly, homeboy, you ain't from Philly. You damn near 7, 8, 9 hours away from Philadelphia. I'm closer to Philadelphia than Goofy TV. I can drive to Philadelphia, get a cheesesteak, eat it, and get back to DC and be in the bed before he even get out the mountains. Yeah, I'm gonna get out. Me and I'm gonna talk. That's some snake shit he did. Ain't that some snake shit? Get Gully a crab, Unkasa official. Shout out to Unkasa. If Asad Gully thought he can get away with that shit in that title in that little ass town. And then he bring the Dipset crew to town and want to show off like, he star-studded and get punched in the face. Home. I done been in fights for my city and things growing up, but every story you hear about Goofy TV in that little ass town in Erie, somebody done punched him in the face or something. The big dudes get ready to beat the brakes off him. He got a permanent knot on his forehead he will never speak about. He want to tell everybody that the smoke detector that's going off in the house is the ADT alarm system. I told y'all he had a Benz E 320 station wagon. He act like I was lying. I wouldn't showed you where the fuck he got the car from. On some real shit. He dresses like a New York teenager. Send my regards to Albania. Insane. 15 kids. And he can't get along with none of the mamas. Would you bump him and post it on one of y'all channels and split the profit? What you mean, would you bump him? Like some real bumping, like fighting? Gully TV is embarrassing himself. Dick ride New Yorker now, and why don't even give a fuck about him? I respect New York, but I know ain't no loyalty there. My home is DC suburbs. So DC and PG County, Maryland is the home. Anyway, rep your city, state, where you from. Smash the like button. Share and subscribe, please. Let's get the likes up to 60. We got 240 people. And shout out to everybody in the chat, man. SB and Mike family all day. He had to be capping about what? Gully, the block captain. I'm originally from Capitol Heights, literally right across the street from Southeast DC on Southern Avenue. I can never discredit another city, though. Gully is too old wearing that big chain and a baby hanging from it. Is the Freight Project close to coming out? You mean mine? I can't say it's close to coming out because I be trying to perfect shit like a sculptor at times. Gully, the same cat that was ashamed to tell me what year's Volvo was. Oh, so somebody else know that I ain't making it up, bro. He will lie by omission quick. First thing I ask a dude when I meet a dude from somewhere else, where you from? Because a lot of time I know people from where they from. The nigga would not tell me he was from Erie, Pennsylvania. I had to research it. I don't know one real nigga who doesn't think their hood is the shit, no matter where it's at. If he won't claim his own city and town, he's a real goofy. Buffalo, New York. What's up, Buffalo? The pumpkin seeds. He came back from Japan with pumpkin seeds. I'm from PA, but not Philly. I don't see nothing wrong with where you from. Just don't lie about it. Bruh, if I was from Clarksburg, Maryland, right? I would represent Clarksburg, Maryland to whatever level. Like, I don't understand dudes that do that. But I think he was intimidated being around SB pull up in a Phantom or Flying Spur, double R, whatever that was. I can't even remember the big old Rolls Royce jump. That's what we pull up in. He tried to sneak this SB talking about, oh, I was there when he pulled up in the car. You ain't pull up in no car. Jamil Lindsay. I said I would never dick ride. Oh shit, I would never dick ride another city. Gully is God gift to a corner. Unsaid, unalluded to the fact that when he seen Gully in person and Gully met him, he was selling $5 and 10 nickel and dime rocks in his 30s, riding around selling it hand to hand. He never seen a brick. Every time I be trolling and I say something about that, don't nobody say nothing. They think they act like I'm joking or I'm playing. I'm dead serious that he never seen a brick. You see, he won't even come back and say, oh, Eon acting like he seen a brick. I seen several bricks. That's what the fuck we do here. There are people alive that remember when I was doing that. Goofy TV, not in my 30s was I selling no fucking 8 balls. Gully lost all credibility with me when he said, at no point was Tupac Shakur the hottest rapper in hip hop. That's his opinion, though. Knit Trench Mafia, check it out. He got his mother in a knit trench. Shout out to Buffalo. Yo, I'm super shocked he came in Unkasa. Why the fuck? I know somebody named Unkasa, man, so don't think that I'm just that illiterate that I can't say Unkasa. Every time I get to saying it, I think about this other person. Let's just say, it's a legend for real. I know that now, and I did not know that before, but I do respect him as a lyricist, as a battle rapper, as an artist now. So dude kept saying, damn, E, you don't know about this, you don't know about that. Certain genres of music I didn't get into, I was in prison. And at the times when they was really doing their thing, I was in a prison where you couldn't even listen to certain type of music with profanity in it. That Scully you wearing is tight. Shout out to my man Anton White. It's our city. That's DC right there. Now, what like a lot of people will say, oh, Eon riding the wave with what Unkasa talk about because he don't like Gully or this or that. That's true. That's true. But Unkasa was really in his presence, and everything that I said, only being in his presence twice ever in my life, I hit the bullseye with everything I said. From his mama basement. Who else was doubling down on him living in his mama basement before me? OG, what you think about Roach and Tank fight? I don't know right now. Go look at his last live. He walking around a nice house acting like it's his. I thought I saw that. He only doing that because we talking about him in his mama house. I wouldn't be surprised if he move out of his mama house or go rent or Airbnb something. Bro, he a big ass kid. He got 100 pair of tennis shoes in his mama basement. I know that don't smell like athlete's foot or Foot Locker outlet. The goal is 1,008 yams. Somebody know what they talking about. Not running around rearing up on no fucking 8-ball. That's how I know he a nickel and dime nigga. I knew it, bruh. Even if Casa ain't said, I knew it. I know D-boys. Now Casa saying that until he was in his 30s. And he went to Miami with him, and they flew him out like one of Diddy joints. They flew him out like one of Diddy joints. Shout out to Umar Johnson. They flew him out like one of Diddy joints. He had never seen black dudes spending money like that. How did he come up like me? How did he come up like those of us that unfortunately found ourselves in the drug trade? I mean, really hustling. I thought he was God's gift to a corner. He didn't go to Miami until his 30s. So while he was looking at all the rap videos, Jay-Z and them in the yacht down there in St. Thomas or wherever they was at, Diddy down there in Miami, you telling me he couldn't afford to go to none of those places back then? Which is why I said to y'all, where are the pictures, Gully? If you look at my Instagram, Uptown Eon, my personal Instagram, it's pictures of me on beaches all over the world. All over the world. And when I go to these places, I don't just stay in the hotel and take pictures outside the hotel. I go ATVing, jet skiing, yachting, fine dining, go to landmarks, historical shit. When I was in Martha's Vineyard, I went to a writer's conference, bro. I do shit there. I don't go there and just take some pictures outside in front of a graffiti written backdrop. Shout out to Chicago. Yeah, I do remember he started calling him Gully TV. 53rd Riverdale, Capitol Heights. I agree with you though about the bricks. Casa put money on the floor. All over the place, didn't he? There's John on the floor. Call that nigga hand-me-down Brown. He got his little jiggles up. It's magic. Casa got that jiggle down. When all eyes on me dropped, he was definitely the hottest in the game. I was 13 years old in 96. I was 19. When Suge went inside Pac in prison, that was the biggest thing in music, period, not just hip-hop. I think so. OG, what you think about the road? Well, we passed that. That's true. Somebody said, I thought Gully was rich. 10 Toes was the first with the mama basement, though. Okay, I was just asking. I ain't know that. Indians up the block for me sell those purple sweet potatoes that he bought from Japan. 3 for $5. Facts. Homeboy said they sell the purple sweet potatoes 3 for $5. And he brought them back from Japan, said that he was proud of that accomplishment. Like he smuggled back some China White or something. Philly Trenches used to be be on his heels. Yeah, he was happy as shit when Philly Trenches got locked up. He said he gonna start growing potatoes and sell purple pie. Did you see Casa and Boosie shouted you out? Shout out to Casa, shout out to Boosie, shout out to Unique, who I met Boosie through. Boosie, I really met him in the streets of DC, came to Anton White Welcome Home Party. So Boosie ain't some dude that just sit on the internet in the podcast behind the screen. Boosie come out. I met him at a gangster party. Let's be real. Shout out to Boosie, shout out to Unique Maca Audio. Shout out to Casa. See, one thing about a fake nigga, when a fake nigga do fake shit like the dude Gully did, he bring real dudes together. He said he was making more than his teachers, though. He lying. He same nigga that stole $8 at 14 and said it was a good lick. 14, at 14, he stole $8. And then he gonna go, listen though, he gonna go live tomorrow and the next day or so, talk about push-ups and Jennifer Lopez and if Nicki Minaj is really a Donald Trump supporter. He gonna go talk about everything but them Wrangler jeans, them Robin jeans he borrowed from Steve-O Debo, beating a girl. He gonna talk about everything but this. When I'm not doing my journalism, I'm gonna be talking about this. I told you I'm gonna find out everything you need to know about the goofy dude because I just knew something wasn't right about him. It reminded me of back in the day, man, when we were serving niggas. You get to serving, you get to jamming so much. If you ever been in the game and you just had one nigga that you be like, bro, that nigga we met through such and such just ain't right. And he turned out to be Jamil Lindsay. You watched the video of him in West Baltimore on the smack block looking confused and shook. I seen that video. When Gully came here, did he stay in the motel on New York Avenue? Nah, I met him at a joint downtown by like New Jersey Avenue one time, and then one time he was in the Ritz, the big joint. I think that time he came down here to interview Steve Francis, I think he was in the Ritz. I seen him that day, I met him that day, gave him a copy of my book. Last time I saw one of his lives, my book was still on his bookshelf, a real book, this thick. Not that little pamphlet he got, looked like an atlas or some type of map you use to get around on the highway. I fuck with Dipset, real lyricists, pop a lot of slick shit. To be honest, a lot of my men from DC wasn't really fans of Dip. Okay, so even though I was in jail, like, that's not what we was listening to. Gully said that his pockets was overflowing in high school. That's a story he made up. Like Gusto on CV3. Watch out, mama. If you wasn't working a shift, you wasn't with the real bricklayers. 4 to 12, the rest of the days is yours. Damn, somebody know. Hey, don't let New Yorkers get you so comfortable with their respect for you. They manipulate you against some of your own homegrown peers, meaning Maryland, DC, or Northern Virginia. No, JoJo was. Okay, I'm late as shit on these comments, but he drives a Benz, though. He does drive a Benz. He drives a Benz. Okay. But the only response gonna be, he got more money than Unkasa. Okay. He live in his mama house, though. I'm 52. I'm from Indianapolis. We were going to Miami, Daytona Beach, Black Beach, Franklin, Mexico when I was 19 and 20. That's what I said yesterday when I was talking about it. Once I learned that, I told you this boy a late bloomer. He put the chains away quickly. I ain't seen them. Unique Mecca Audio Club 200 was popping in 91. How many of y'all even watch Goofy TV, though? Man, you could tell Gully never had nothing because he buy all that old shit because he was never able to buy it. Bruh, he buy Deodors that I ran through when I was in 7th grade. Because anybody can turn against you. Just like Gully was so comfortable with Haitian Jack, and now they fell out. I don't know if they was comfortable or not. I mean, it wasn't like they was friends, Jawan, but I get what you're saying. He paid Haitian Jack for the interview, right? Hit the like button, good people. We got a whole bunch of people over here, man. Is what's the word I'm gonna use? Y'all aware of the Gully TV situation? Think about it, bro. He buy lottos and Air Force Threes and shit. If he went to Miami with them in his 30s, shout out to Chicago, man. Free Hoover. He went to Miami for the first time in his 30s. How I'm supposed to take him serious like he was a D boy? One thing I like about DC, they don't care who you are when you feel too comfortable. They will make it known they don't fuck with you. A lot of DC people I know don't really rock with Dipset. Okay. Air Force Threes, that's what he wore to Japan. He has been exposed. One thing I done learned about this YouTube shit, once a dude get quote unquote exposed, the regular followers still embrace him because they like the content. It's almost like if you find out that Vanilla Ice wasn't really a gangster. If you a Vanilla Ice fan, you keep listening to Vanilla Ice, right? So if you're a Gully TV fan, you still gonna watch it. Gully called himself trolling me one day and said I get 300 views. If you look at the videos that he dropped, them jokes get 300 views to 600 views. The only thing that even do a bunch of views, I ain't gonna say a bunch of views. I'm gonna say the only thing that even do views in the thousands is his lives. And he got almost 180 something thousand subscribers. Why you only get 6,000 views? I get 3,000 to 6,000 views on a live, and I got 35,000 subscribers. Make sure you subscribe to the channel too while we talking about that. He fucked up when he came with Unkasa instead of calling him on the phone. Unkasa got plenty of supporters. Man, Unkasa had 1,100 people following him. He only got some, I mean, in his live stream, Cooking Gully, and he only got something like 16,000 subscribers. He got people that watch him that don't even do the whole YouTube subscribe to the channel thing. But he's in movies though. You let him tell it he's Denzel Washington. He's whoever he wake up to be. He one of them dudes in prison that'll tell you he was getting bricks. If he was around, check this out. You see how he got around unning them, and then he started acting like he had swag? If he ever hung out with niggas that really had a connect, that was getting bricks or getting gallons of water or hundreds of pounds of weed, he would know the lingo. He would talk like, if he knew the shit that I knew, he would pretend and make an image like a rapper that he was a brick flipper. He don't know brick talk. That's the only reason he don't do it. But now I know he done sold a couple 8 balls here and there. I knew his conversation about the drug game was Pee Wee League. You understand? It was he a Pop Warner drug dealer, bro. He never even, he don't know a nigga that had access to 100 birds or better. He don't even know one. Unless he read about him. So I'm talking about no one that dealt with one like that. He don't know that game. That's why he don't talk it. Even when I talk it, he can't challenge it because he don't know it. Gully TV face basketball player Casa and the Casa. My man that was in a funeral, DC got. Unkasa in the live trying to link up with you. I ain't see him in the live. He was in the live the other day. We trying to link, man. Tell Boosie get my number. I tell Boosie send me your number so we can link up. Unkasa got an Instagram page. I can send him my number on Instagram. God, he don't think people read between the bullshit he present. You have 11 to 12 kids. They say maybe 15, but never with any of them except the one that lives there with the girl. Also, he has too much free time on his hands. Oh, there go Unkasa right there. I got the name right now. Casa, you got an Instagram, John? I'm trying to send you my number, or tell Boosie send me your number. I had you nigga. I lost Boosie number. Tell if you got an Instagram, send it to me on Instagram, homie. Gully been a clown. Everything I said about Gully, you know it for a fact. We gonna go up off Gully. We gonna run it up off Gully. We gonna bang Gully. All right, bet. Hit Boosie and tell Boosie to tell Unique send him my number or something like that. We gonna lock in the next day or so. Since he talking about he the only person they talk about on YouTube, bruh. He's a now you done told me he's a woman beater for sure. He gave me that vibe. He gave me that vibe of a man that don't like women. He got a video where he was talking about he was gonna smack the shit out of Bra because she was concerned about her rent. I knew what type of joke he was. Bum ass nigga. 8-ball ass nigga, bruh. He can't talk brick talk. That's why he don't. If y'all, hey, bruh, when y'all took him and y'all flew him out like one of Diddy joints, when y'all flew him out to Miami like he was one of them Diddy joints, if y'all was selling bricks in Miami, or y'all was even talking about selling bricks in Miami, when he came back home, he would have pretended like he was somewhere selling bricks with some niggas out of town before. He would have created a persona. You don't want 5K view, okay? Carrots on the floor. Gully been a goofy for years, like you said. I can tell he faking. Big Gene said Gully was in jail playing ball and pumpkin seeds. Nobody probably ain't sent that nigga no money order. No lie. I met a top end. Dude don't even take care of his kid. Straight bum. He should have never came in. I'm glad he jumped out there and showed his true colors. I've been saying something was up with him. He always sneak this and then he a sucker. Put a link in the chat so others can join. I don't know how to do that. Eon, and I hope I spelled your name correctly. Yeah, you did, Playboy. You a brand name solidified dude. Why you giving that lame Gully your attention? It's just something for fun right now. Nas versus Jay-Z, who was king of New York. This is my first time on your live, kid, but I like your vibe. I'm subscribing. Salute. Shout out to the people in the chat. Happy New Year to everybody. Stream y'all so uncles can get on. I'm gonna do that. I mean, I know how to do the stream y'all thing, but I'm talking about once I was already rolling. But we gonna get that. We gonna do a live and we gonna do a video. Shit, I wouldn't even mind going to New York to meet Slim. Uncle said, he said, I met a plug right in front of Gully in Miami that wanted to give me and my brother 200 pies. Facts. Gully ain't know that happened though. Uncle's is Gully a 5% of why he always wearing that chain. He say he a 5% of one day, man. You never know what he is. He a chameleon. DC people are the truth. We identify with DC people. Respect for. Shout out to Chicago. I'm from Erie, Pennsylvania, and Gully run this city. That's the big dog in town. All right. What up, Virginia Beach in the building? Shout out to Virginia Beach. No disrespect to Erie, but I highly doubt anyone hustler in Erie, Pennsylvania ever had access to 100 birds. They don't have the population to move that type of weight. No disrespect. That's all I ever was saying. He can't talk that talk in regard to me. I'm from Washington, D.C., bro. And the D.C. does comprise of the DMV area. You are always welcome in Bed-Stuy, my brother. Shout out to Bed-Stuy. I said, don't pass that. Ain't nobody to pass it to right now. There go my man. If Gully run Erie, no disrespect, that shows you. Let me see, I don't want to disrespect the whole town. I don't want to disrespect the whole town. V-Mob, what's up? Shout out to Baltimore. I love Baltimore. Gully is a 48-ball flipper. I knew it. I'm glad you went into that nickel and dime shit. Soon as you said it, I knew what you meant, bruh. I said, bro, this nigga's an 8-ball flipper, bro. This nigga supposed to be interviewing a legendary lyricist, and he riding around selling rocks. And he live in his mama house. He probably don't take the trash out, cut the grass. He don't pay no rent deal, nothing, bro. He's a freeloader. He even freeload off his mother. He's never amongst women, period. Peace to the gods and nerves. What Unkasa said about Gully? He said he a fraud. I've been saying he a fraud for over a year. He said we rocking with you in Miami. Oh, shout out to Miami. You having gas in D.C. Plenty of gas in D.C. 200 will have Uri on lock. Bruh, if you went to Uri with 100 or 200 demos, you gonna have to serve niggas that's outside of Uri, like the brother said. You're not gonna move 100 Jones just in Uri. The infrastructure in the underground world don't support that. You don't have a nigga that got caught with 100 Jones in Uri history. There's not a drug conspiracy out of Erie that contains. I looked up the biggest drug case out of Erie, Pennsylvania. It had some like 18 pounds of some marijuana, 2 or 3 kilos of something, 5 or some kilos of meth, bruh. It 100 gram, 100 kilo conspiracy ain't never came out of the town of Erie ever. Look it up. If I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong. Somebody Google it, fact check it right now. Salute to all my peoples in D.C. Salute. He don't even pay his mom rent. I bet you he don't. You being bogus, bro. You're ignoring my words to that. Unkasa stay. I don't know what you mean. Unkasa can read it. I mean, Uncas can read it. Unkasa. Y'all roll joints. Y'all roll joints better than I ever could. It might have been thorough. And in our city, you can be a gangster to some and a gump to most. It's a cultural thing, damn. DC don't even get along with each other. Don't believe everything you hear. People get along everywhere. Area is a junkie town. No deep, no dope boys. Not dope boys. What I miss, bro, what Gully did is what he didn't do is what I say. He always weird. He want to sit up there in the New York Yankees cap and diss a New York guy. Come on, bro. He a snake. He an envious, jealous wannabe. And he ashamed that he from Erie. If I was from Erie, I'd be the biggest nigga out of Erie. How I represent it to the fullest. I'd be the mistake by the lake poster boy. I just sent you my contact on IG. All right, bet we locked in, homeboy. I'm not about to fight you, man. I'm not about to fight you, man. Y'all not gonna fight him. Punk ass nigga, you get punched in the face. But do you know how I would be the laughing stock in DC if somebody punched me in the face? And then you're gonna bite a nigga. And now you're gonna try not to respond because Casa out here exposing your ass for the fraud that I already knew you were. I knew I could read between the lines on you, bro. I knew you was a whore. I knew it. Glass Manor, what's up, Glass Manor? Glass Manor has some big boys. A dude from Glass Manor was married to Gully's sister. That's how I know Gully is a hater of any nigga that's a real man. I know all type of shit about Gully. That's how I knew it. He don't want me to get to talking about his sister, the one that live in Georgia. He grew up as a Nation of Islam guy. Now he's supposed to be a 5%er. Man, bro, he just a fraud. He gonna be known as one of them dudes that just, man, impregnate a whole bunch of young girls. And they be ducking the child support people. Y'all should go back and watch that video where he said he was a fugitive before. He was on the run for a year. He just make up lies. I think the people that watch him, bro, they got to be from the mountains of Kentucky and shit. Like, who would watch him to get news on New York or Philly or DC? Oh, you used to go to Haynes Point. That's what's up. All those babies and no comments is like a lack of self-control, no commitment, huh? Man, the girl said something to him about the rent. He said he was about to slap the shit out the bitch. That's the words he used. Excuse my language. He said it took everything in him not to slap the shit out this bitch. He said that shit with pride, said it with his chest. Then when they asked him about the big nussy thing later on, he talking about, oh man, if I would have shot at me and my brother work out together, we're on Instagram. Punk ass nigga, man. That nigga went to motherfucking Miami Beach with cut off t-shirts and Wilson shorts. He don't know how to do as they say in the streets. He don't even know how to dress accordingly. This the most viewers I seen you have. Oh yeah? That mean you ain't been watching a lot. It depends on what's going on, homeboy. He lies and said he's a point guard, but when I caught him in lies by asking him, show us some college offers, he can't do it. Man, the story is made up. He like the rapper Rick Ross. We gonna start calling Gully William Roberts. He said Wilson shorts. Casa said Wilson shorts. That's cool. But he also said Wrangler jeans. Who the fuck wear Wrangler jeans, bruh? I ain't never been in a pair of Wrangler jeans. I never been nowhere where they even sell Wrangler jeans. That's how you know he from the mountains. Wrangler jeans. He got a knot on his head. You got knots on your head. Same shit. If you think so. I'm a light-skinned dude. My face ain't fucked up. I got one scar on my face that came from teeth. And they ain't bite me like Gully, so I ain't entertaining you right now. You want some attention. Gully asked Casa where the Burger King. He trying to save some of that shit. Little money jab bought to Miami. You ain't see him go to not one restaurant in Japan. Appalachian Trail jeans. Bruh, the nigga was wearing Wranglers. Where you from? Montana? He wear Wrangler jeans? Never do might have rocked Lee jeans and Levi's. Yeah, Lee's or Levi's. I can remember. No, bro, black people, bro, like dudes like Joe Montana and Willie, Joe Namath had Wrangler commercials. You probably can't find a black person even in a commercial for Wrangler jeans. What is Erie known for? Look it up. They got wrestlers and track stars that come out of there, but Gully TV is the only name to come up when it got anything to do with urban culture, and that's because he a culture vulture. For an example, a dude from New York, a dude from Baltimore, Philly, or DC, right? On just YouTube, could cover their own city and still have content. What could Gully cover in Erie that would comprise of hip hop, sports, and fashion? What nigga can say they got their style of fashion from a nigga from Erie? What clothes you put on? Said Gully refurbished some Pradas, did a soul swap. Damn. If you watch those lives when he out of town, he be eating Slim Jims. He went at it with man, he ain't on the internet. Uri was known for boating and fishing and was known for education at once. That is what you see when you look it up. I saw that. That joint known as the Mistake by the Lake now. Say New York goons looking for Gully TV. They said they was gonna put another knot on his head. I'm from Buffalo and dudes from Erie come here to cop. I heard that. Shout out to Buffalo. Unkasa went in on Slim. Dogged him. Confirmed that he live in that basement. That basement smell like mold and mildew. You should have heard him when he was talking about women that got circles around their toilet. He probably was looking at a circle around the toilet in that house he live in. He do lives in that house for 15, 20 years and ain't changed the batteries in the smoke detector. He went to Japan and didn't go out to eat not one time. Not once. I said show the food. He showed the food that they had served on the plane. They gotta serve you food on a flight that long. What's wrong with Casa? So everybody in Erie got a baby mom in Buffalo and vice versa. Buffalo and Erie cousins. Well, Buffalo is the county seat of Erie County, New York. They are connected. What about I-90? What you saying? I'm about to get up out of here, y'all. Nah, Buffalo is nothing like Erie. For the guy who said that Buffalo murder rate is crazy, nothing pops off in Erie. That's true. When it come to that, Erie County, PA, and Erie County, New York, two different things. Now I know that. I'm just saying the name. I'm just saying the name is connected. It's the same name. That's all I said. Appreciate the super chat. Just to support brother promo free Palestine while I'm at it. Appreciate the super chat. Watch out. Happy New Year, Holmes. This is Debo. What's up, Debo? Sounds like anyone can go to Erie, PA and become the man overnight. As long as you ain't walking around getting punched in the face and you gotta bite a nigga like a dog. Call Gully the Chihuahua. The Chihuahua from Erie. Ralph, I said nothing about crime. I said family relations, murder is bad for business. First time I seen the super chat in this joint. Yeah, you see, you ain't been here. You ain't been here, but appreciate the super chat, man. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel, man. Appreciate the love. I got more content of it than Gully. Gully is just, man, Gully the funny content. You know, like if let's say you watching TNT, you know, you might get a documentary about Bumpy Johnson, then you might get a show with Eddie Murphy in it. Gully TV is my humorous content. When we talking about clowns and shit. Gully Gully live in your head rent free. Ooh. I must live in your head rent free too. Every time I go live, you bring your ass over here. You bring your ass straight over here. I'm rent free in your head too. He would destroy, homie. Gully came to Miami with Paco jeans. What's Paco jeans? I don't even know what that is. Nah, you just a goofy OG. Okay. All right. If you say so. He stayed on somebody's couch rent free for 60 fucking days. Damn. And beat a girl up in the house. Cold-blooded misbehavior. Cold-blooded Bama behavior, man. He just an agent provocateur. He act like he cool with Gully. He don't even know Gully. Gully stayed on Mark Curry couch in Atlanta also. We know he wasn't God gift to a corner though. We know he was selling nickel and dime rocks. He had the nerve to talk bad about Supreme. You don't have no nickel and dime rocks about nickel and dime stories about Supreme. Shout out to Supreme, man. Oh my goodness. Gully taking trips with his kids, starving. That's sad. Forget the starving part. What about the part they say his kids don't even got haircuts? We used to go to Erie for safe houses. Laugh out loud. Ain't enough paper out there. The way you ignored that hate from old boy in this chat just now called you a goofy. Let me know you got that dog in you. Only the strong can spare the weak. Go ahead, man. I ain't on shit. That's cause I ain't on shit, man. I ain't no internet gangster, man. He said, I'm gonna read that joint again. He said, the way you ignored that hate from old boy in this chat just now called you a goofy. Let me know you got that dog in you. Only the strong can spare the weak. Will you and Gully ever cross paths, or this just for views? You gotta ask Gully that. I already said he better not come back to DC. If Gully was on some man shit, he'll come back to DC. I'm gonna go to Erie for the views. I'm gonna go to Erie for the views. Will me and you ever cross paths? Gully ain't spent a dime on tuition but buying old Benz wagons. That's what I thought. Unkasa ran Gully TV off YouTube. What happened to that money on the floor? Talk. Gully be on YouTube tonight or tomorrow. He gonna act like it ain't happened. I want him to say Casa lying so Casa could spank his ass again. I just watched the Gully Live that started everything. He's still talking about he was getting all this money in high school. Get the fuck out of here. I don't believe nothing he said, bro. He stole $8 at 14. At 14, he stole $8. $8. He said, I sure as hell hope so. I'm good. Hope Curry out on right now. I don't believe. He got a small town mentality. Yeah, he remind me of that nigga from Omaha in the movie Belly. The nigga with the perm in his head. He stole $8 from a lady in high school at 14, and he said that was a good lick. How could he fix his mouth to say that? Damn, y'all never underestimate your opponent. You have a lot of followers, but everyone is not a fan of yours, bro. You better be careful getting into it with people. I ain't getting into it with nobody, Jawan. But you know what's up with me. Gun and car, nigga. Do what the fuck you want to do. I live like a nigga looking for me anyway. I never forget the past. Unkasa caught a body for real. Casa body, Gully TV so bad, bro is quiet. He gonna go back live. He not gonna talk about it. He gonna act like it didn't occur. And anybody that mentioned it in the comments, he gonna block him. He gonna block him. I'm telling you what he gonna do. He gonna block him. Gully always talking about he had quarter bricks. He had quarter bricks. I never heard him say the quarter brick part, but I'm telling you, I stand on what I said. He ain't never seen a brick or better in his life. He got pics of him in them clothes. That's why he not saying nothing. I don't know why Gully even jumped out there and played with Casa like that. But everything I heard bruh say about him is what I already thought. Good girl. It's a video of an old timer that said he was buying 8 ball. He was a bum. He had the nerve to call me a half an ounce ass nigga or a quarter ounce nigga. This nigga's an 8 ball nigga. This nigga was selling nicks and dimes. So listen, was the store his store or his mother's store? Like, I seen videos where he was saying it was his store. So his mother had a store and he worked in the store and he was selling nicks and dimes out the store. He that trifling? Not the dribble god. Gully TV claimed he smoking motherfucker and was on the news. Where the proof? Does anybody from Erie even have a story? You know, like a legend or a folklore story? Watch out, man. Where Gully TV shot somebody anywhere in the country. We ain't gonna limit it to Erie. Did Gully shoot somebody anywhere in the country? Cause it's like Debo. When he leave, Gully will be talking again. That's his mom's store. So that's his mother's store. And he was selling nicks and dimes. Gully is a vicious liar. The kid, what's up? The big guy, he wouldn't fight, say that's his mom's store. All right, so he was perpetrating like that's his mother's store, just like this store that's in Mill Creek Mall. He acting like that's his store. He selling the PA knitters out that joint. He was selling nicks and dimes out his mom's store, bro. This nigga is also a 50-year-old that wear corduroys. Like that's some fly shit. Don't matter whose store it is, bro. The rent for commercial property out there probably $700 tops. When are you coming to Philly to do Tales from the Jail? We ain't work a date out yet. Or shot somebody. I might have had that wrong, but he said some fake gangster shit though. Yeah, he said he done shot niggas. Well, I know exactly what you talking about. Goofy TV said I done shot niggas before. I was top story on the news. I done paid lawyer fees. He's a liar. He ain't been top story on the news. I'm a journalist, bro. I do research. There are no news reports of him shooting anybody. And if you research what I'm saying about Jamil Lindsay, the only person that comes up in Erie, Pennsylvania for shooting somebody is his son. The same one that's locked up that he don't do shit for. I'm not joking and playing. That's true facts. How we go to jail and do all this time in PA and nobody can. out to corroborate his story. I don't know. That's probably his mom's store in that mall. Nah, I looked it up. It's somebody else's store. I don't believe that's his mom, Joe. His mom name ain't come up, but his mom name come up on that house on Parade Street. Yeah, his son did. His son in the news twice for a shooting. Somebody say facts. His oldest son still locked up. Yeah. Chico Low, I ain't even joking. Javon, I see what you saying. I ain't taking that shit serious, bro. He know what I look like. I don't know what he look like. I ain't living like that, bro. I don't give a fuck about that shit that nigga talking about. He said, don't go up there slipping. I don't be slipping, man. I'm all right in New York, man. I'm good in New York. He frauding off his son case, shaking my head. What a bozo. Chico Low, I was wondering, was he pretending to be that person? You think he pretending like he that Jamil Lindsay? There's no way he was that Jamil Lindsay at 19, at 24. I think his son caught them shootings one time. He might have been 19. He might have been 24. I forgot. The age is there when you look it up. That don't match. He wasn't that age in no 2000 something. He was top story on the news. These niggas. Kobe Mowat get out in April. Shout out to Kobe Mowat. Facts, salute me, huh, man? I'm telling you, all you got to do is look up Jamil Lindsay. You ain't got to do a deep search. Just type Jamil Lindsay, Erie, Pennsylvania, Erie, PA, into the thing, and it's gonna show you his son. Even a picture of his son gonna come up. That hat hard though. Appreciate it. He was good. Slim this joint active tonight. God's gift to a corner will be humbled. He ain't gonna be humbled. He don't know no better, bro. Wild Bammers like that who have built a persona or a facade on something, he can't let it go. He can't even reinvent himself. You'll never forget him. He the nigga with the big knot on his forehead and the parts in his eyebrow. How dudes exposing other dudes and been cool with them for almost 2 decades. He was a bum in 2012, but son kept fucking with him. Maybe he liked him. Gladly on his platform, kept unnamed alive. They was cool last week. Top story on YouTube for sleeping on a nigga couch for 60 days. Have you and Slim ever went live or had a combo man-to-man to respect y'all differences? Who, me and Goofy TV? Fuck nah. I done met him in person a couple times. He gave me a kind of different vibe. Talked to him on the phone a few times, did an interview with him over the phone. I look up, he started talking about DC niggas and all this other shit. And I'm like, man, how the fuck? And then he got with the for Debate TV nigga after they was beefing over who loved Alpo the most. His son's name is spelled differently. Nah, you can look it up. It's spelled the same sometimes too. And his name is spelled in different ways as well. But when you read the case, it's not him, it's his son. It pops right up, right. Objectively, respectively, how much time does his son get? I forgot now. Damn, for real. Any real man can see the gully not cut like that. He's soft, but them scary motherfuckers be dangerous. He keep your head on the swivel. Yeah, he ain't gonna do nothing but try to tackle me and bite me. I'm gonna have to do his ass like a wild dog. This is not the first time they got into it. I remember that rat shit he was doing a while back. Yeah. Goofy ass nigga. He wanna play with niggas and he live on Parade Street. Like his address is in Google. Like you could just stop talking about him and just sit outside his house. He ain't never dealt with nothing like that. He from Erie. He ain't Only thing he had to deal with somebody sitting outside waiting for him was a nigga had sitting outside waiting for him in knee pads and gloves that was gonna beat him up. He ain't never seen nobody that been dedicated enough to just lay out front of his house. I love Elgin better, but SGA is destroying him. But if he didn't take me serious, he would come to DC and march around. And like I said, if he come to DC, he gonna make it his business to be in front of a police station. He ain't suicidal. 65K house with 40K in jewelry, make it make sense. Hey, homeboy, you still a Good Hope, you still a Good Hope Curry out? Sit outside his house, he gonna call the peoples, I bet you. If he see a car that got DC tags on his block, he gonna call the police. Like if I run a car and drive up there, the car better have PA tags. Oh, there you go. He said, I'm here. You still watching me. I'm living rent-free in your head. I need to get Casa on here to do the Gully TV jingle. What'd he say? Dime, you get them all for a dime, it's magic. I forgot how the jingle goes, but Casa got that shit down. Gully don't want to box me, he want to bite me. No homo. No diddy. He don't want to bite him. He don't want to fight a nigga. He want to bite a nigga. Casa had already told y'all wasn't Gully on Kurt Bone podcast. Yeah, I think his bitch ass was on there. I'm in that mildew basement with all that black mold in it. He keep talking about he healthy. I bet you his lungs black as shit like he smokes cigars. Every time Gully see Wilson apparel, he gets a headache. Oh, these carrots are divine. You get a dozen for a dime. There you go. Oh, these carrots are fine. You get a dozen for a dime. It's like magic. He was banging that joke. Shout out to Casa, man. He was lighting Gully ass up. My homie was sitting in the room while I was watching. He said, bro, what the fuck is you watching? I said, man, this nigga 10 Gully ass up. Having 13 kids and you don't take care of them is crazy. It's like magic. Who have you interviewed? Wa alaikum salam. This Uptown 14. Uptown 14, what's up, Slum? Mess my food up, so I'm waiting. You gonna make a nigga pull up on your ass with that Drake. That's what you want. You want a motherfucker to man take this hat off and put this hoodie on. You think I won't do it. That shit funny to me, though. So Gully TV really lived with his mother. I've been telling y'all that for over a year. That been a part of the bid, bruh. He won't change the batteries in the smoke detector, and he live in his mama's basement. If you catch him when he laying in the bed and he doing his lives, he in the basement, the smoke detector far away, it's distant. Listen, you can hear it. I'm not making this shit up. This nigga is a wild Bama. And then y'all let that nigga get away with talking bad about people but still doing DoorDash. Homeboy, I ain't gonna knock or shit on nobody. I have never had to do DoorDash. You know what I mean? I pray that it don't get that hard. What am I on YouTube for if I gotta do DoorDash? Like, if I'm on YouTube making some money, I'm making at least DoorDash money, right? If my YouTube channel is monetized, like Gully channel is monetized, YouTube ain't enough to supplement for you having to go out and do DoorDash? You gotta find the chick he beat up. Between me, Casa, and a couple other people talking about him, the chick might don't want to be used as a pawn like that, though. That's how she gonna interpret it. And the winner is E.R. Williams. Ain't even no video on this mug playing ball, and he running around talking about dribble God. It's a persona he created, man. I'm telling you some good shit. Bruh, he talking about OT having buttons on his Glocks don't play. So this is the time I'm supposed to go get my Glock and show you the back of it. Jump off a bridge, homeboy. Trust me. What Lil Boosie say? You out your mind, nigga? Me too. Me too. Me too. You slanging iron, nigga? Me too. Me too. Me too. He said the smoke detector was an alarm system. Does anybody believe that now? And I will be honest. I know dudes who alarm system that something they don't pay something that is alerting them. I do know some alarm system to go off, but you believe that that's the alarm system in that jump? You believe that the alarm system is that high tech or up to par in the house? The house is like $65,000 house. The average house up there, I Googled, is like 50K. Like I could go to Erie, Pennsylvania right now and buy 2-3 houses. DoorDash is a good source of secondary income. That's what YouTube is for me, secondary income. How we get that bump on his lip? I want to know how he got the bump on his lip and how he got the knot on his forehead. But the whole time DC to the core want to sit over here and troll me. He should go as Goofy TV where he get the knot on his head and where he get the split on his lip. But he want to sit over here and play with me. He'd be better off blindfolded running up and down Georgia Avenue. I seen him play ball. He not even as good as he say. I seen some clips of him. He just looked like an average tall nigga. He need to play some Lorton ball where nigga bow him in his motherfucking chest. See how tough he is. If Gully was that nice in ball as youth, other people would say it instead of just him. That's a true bill. You got that old shit to jam up. High points. I ain't never owned a high point, homeboy. All I do is SIGs and Springfields and Glocks and shit like that. But I put you out your misery with a Derringer. I think I seen a video of him with a D1 athlete that was going to the NBA that he was shooting around with. He actually can shoot though. They said that. I saw somebody say that, but he too small, and I haven't seen him under pressure. Alarm system can be silent. Smoke detector can't. That may be that's the kicker. You can silence the alarm system at the box. The smoke detector, you can unless you take it down. Why he just don't take it off the wall then? Like everybody know he got a signature sound. It's the smoke detector. I don't think Casa went in on that smoke detector. Somebody tell Casa, Eon said, bro, you gotta let him know about the smoke detector. So Casa, somebody tell Casa send me his number so we gonna bid off of Goofy TV. But I wanna know that when Casa went in that mold-infested, mildew-smelling ass basement, was the smoke detector going off? Salam alaikum, this is Uptown 14. Do you know that they are taking down your video before I could get to see them? Well, some of the videos I took down. I got an alarm system. It doesn't sound like that when I don't pay. Yeah, my man said that. I went to my man's house and I asked him. He said, nah, Eon. He said, if you don't pay it, it's give you a different sound. He said, but you could cut it off at the box. So I said, oh, all right. Don't engage with that nigga, E. He trying to trick you out your spot. Chico Low, I got you, homeboy. I need to engage with people like that to be able to practice emotional regulation, though. So I engage with niggas like that to make sure I can keep my cool. So when you see me engage with them, if I get a little too heated, you can just remind me. But I be sparring with them niggas mentally for two reasons. One, I be trying to identify them. And two, I be trying to make sure that I got the emotional control to be on top of it. Even if they say, bitch ass nigga, fuck you, I know this at your address, I know this your mother. I got to have the emotional control to still say, okay, fine, all right, so what? So sometimes it's for my benefit too. I don't even fuck with Gully, but I damn sure ain't seen you on no trips in at least a year, damn near. What they got to do with anything? And you ain't seen me on no trips in a year? Are you serious? You on joke time? You on joke? You ain't seen me on no trips in a year. Watch out, mom. You ain't seen me on no trips in a year. I'm just asking, are you talking about this year? Or you talking about a year in regards to 12 months? Because you was dick riding the video that I did when I went to Austin when they flew me out. I ain't had to spend $1 for, for a YouTube interview. You talking about that part of the year? That was at the end of the year. You talking about that trip? Or you talking about the trip that I took to Cabo? You talking about that trip from last year? What trip you talking about? Huh? You talking about the trip to Dallas? What trip you talking about that happened over a year ago? Bro, I take so many trips, you don't know what year the trip you talking about. But let's just go back to Austin, Texas. You don't recall me going live and you being in my comments under another name when I went to Austin, Texas to do the interview with Johnny Mitchell? I think that joint is something like 260,000 views. A couple people watched it. You talking about those trips? Or you talking about the trips that I posted with all the pretty water and shit when I went to Barbados? That wasn't over 12 months ago. You must be talking about the trip to Aruba the year before last. You watch all my shit. You see the world through me, huh? That's why I don't block you, bruh. That's my gift to you. That's my charity. You see the world through me. Damn, stop. You pressing me. Too lazy to do it. I don't even fuck with Gully. He at least traveling, Eon. I know how he got that knot on his head, Eon. Damn. Eon knocked him out. I ain't knock him out. I ain't touch him. All you gotta do is change the battery. You old. You better travel while you can. Bro, you talking to me about traveling. You're not gonna win that troll. I can imagine how that room smells. With all the tennis shoes, that's not a smoke detector. That's an alarm going off every time he don't pay the rent. Gully baby mama 20 years younger. He a creep. For sure. Ain't no grown man, ain't no grown woman checking for Gully. That's a bet. I got you. Okay, Chico. How did you come up with the name Gun and Car? I don't want to go into Gun and Car right now. I got too much going on. I got videos about it, though. Houston in the building. What's up, Houston? How did you come up? You been talking about that since 2023. Cabo trip for 2 years. Nah. See, you don't know the difference between Cabo St. Lucas and Cabo San Juan. You don't know the difference between the two. You talking about for 2 years. That wasn't 2 years ago. I just asked you, was you talking about that one? I just mentioned Barbados, and I mentioned Aruba to you. The Instagram got the dates on it. We ain't got to debate that. You on YouTube trying to talk slick, and all you got to do is look at the Instagram. The Instagram got the dates on it. Just since you want to troll. What about his hat, clothing line, DC Blacks? What? Gully was put up in Japan. You can't get out of this continent. I don't know what you mean by that. Gully was put up in Japan. I can't get out of this continent. Hey, go look at my Instagram and tell me where I've been. Where you been? You been to Vegas, you been to the Grand Canyon, right? Where you been? You on here dick ride me so hard, you know where I've been. You talking about Gully live rent free in my head. You know where I've been. You know I've been to Cabo St. Lucas. You know I've been to Tulum. You know I've been to Mexico City. You know I've been to San Diego. You know I've been to Austin. You know I've been to Barbados. You know I've been to Aruba. You know I've been to Senegal. You know I've been to Togo. You know I've been to South Africa. Nigga, fuckers you talk about I can't get off this continent. You probably don't even have a passport, nigga. Where the fuck you been? You been to the Grand Canyon. You been to Disney. I seen a couple pictures on your Instagram, bro. I know who the fuck you are. Fuck out of here, nigga. I was traveling before you had to have a passport to go to Canada and Mexico, nigga. Punk ass nigga. Gully TV is not going live anytime soon. I bet you 100 push-ups Gully TV go live tomorrow. He got to go live. He got to make sure that check clear. He got to make sure that check clear on the 21st. Ever been to, nah. I remember AR Ab crew was on his ass. AR Ab got hit again up in USP Canaan. I ain't know that. How do you think Gully got his hat clothing line? DC Blacks think it's in his mama name? I don't know. Wait, yon, I think that's the same brother the last time I responded to said that slick shit about Fly and his personal business in prison. Nobody cares about a man's sexual preference unless you weird. Yeah, that's the same person, Juwan. That's the same nigga. One of them niggas that you see him in public, he gonna make you kill him. He gonna get all loud and stupid. He gonna try to bluff you and you gonna have to bust him. That's what type of nigga that is. Chill, eat. Okay. What's up? What'd I say? Cook food, chill. Being homeless and not welcome anywhere isn't really traveling. I mean, I remember when I was hustling and I was a kid, I was in North Carolina. I was sleeping on my cousin's sofa now. His sofa was in the basement with a big screen TV and the video game and a pool table. But I was from DC. I was just living down there, hustling out his apartment complex because it was jamming. Eat Rusty Blade or the piece of the generator. Rusty Blade. Cause he played himself snake vibes. He should forever be known as a snake like that. That's Goofy TV. North Carolina in the building. Shout out to North Carolina. Damn, Eon, you are an extremist. I don't know what I said to make you say. No. I know what I said, Juwan. I'm telling you no. I was just giving you a profile. I'm not trying to make you believe that if I catch him in public, I'm going to shoot him and kill him. I was using my wordsmith. I was using my vocabulary and my poetic talents to be able to articulate myself in words, and I was giving you a metaphor of what type of person he is. He one of them type of people that, if you were a gangster, he gonna try you like a nigga. Let's use another analogy. I think the gangster analogy went over some people here. Let's use the analogy of chicken. The game people play in the car. He in the 57 Impala and you in the 64 Chevy and y'all rev y'all engines and y'all charge each other and to see who turns off the fastest. He one of them niggas, but he gonna drive you in the chicken. He gonna push the car so far close that he gonna make sure that you break off first. And if you don't break off first, you just gonna crash into him and y'all gonna kill each other. That's what type of dude he is. Is that a better analogy? I don't understand how Slim got people in the area and hate so much. I ain't sure what you mean. You know them trash ass sneakers stink. He a walking fungus. He look like a walking fungus. I bet you. Nigga got long fingernails. Why Unkasa ain't going on his long fingernails? Have you ever had an Audi? Have you ever had a Mercedes? Have you ever had a Cadillac? I got an Audi right now. Have you ever had a Cadillac or a Mercedes? Do you drive Lyft? Do you drive Uber? Damn, I didn't know that he was a fraud. He a cold-blooded fraud. Don't Slim got people over Glass Manor? Who? Who got people over Glass Manor? I don't know what you're talking about. Oh shit, I like the way you said your poetic talent. So a person who would trip you up to fail fucking with him is what you mean. Right. You get it. Did the chicken analogy make the other analogy make sense? I said he the type of nigga make you kill him. You kill yourself too with that analogy because you go to jail and get life. So it's the same thing as the car chicken analogy. In a game of chicken, he gonna drive so much close to you. He's gonna drive at you so much that by the time either one of you decide to say, oh no, hell no, I'm gonna drive off the road, both of y'all are dead. He the same type of nigga in the streets. He'll make you bust him, light his ass up, and then you gonna be sitting over the jail like, why the fuck did I do that shit, bruh? I've been there before. He want me to be there again. That's what I'm saying. I saw. I don't know why that jump skipped like this, but yeah, if you saw me at the gas station at the marathon, I had that 4.5 on me, nigga. Why you ain't shake my hand and say some tough shit? If you see me at the marathon, I had that 4.5 on me. If you see me at the marathon, I had that 4.5 on me. So play. You pick. You decide if you want to play. That's what I'm saying. I saw you in the browser, man. Oh, head, you ever tap the button? What that mean? What that some new slang for like you ever put one down? What that mean? Tap the button. What that mean? I don't know what that slang mean. I'm old school. If that's what you want to say. Chi-Town support y'all. DC real recognize real, and real recognize fake too. You laughing? Okay, ha 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 ha. You almost got it. I ain't almost get a motherfucking thing, homeboy. You just talking. Almost doesn't count. I know you listen to Brandy. You be playing all the slow songs on your little IG reels. I know who the fuck you are, bro. I don't even want to do nothing to you. If I wanted to do something to you, I wouldn't even respond to you. I only verbally practice gymnastics with you to make sure that I still got it. What up, though? Happy New Year. I see a lot of YouTube making video about Gully TV is money on the floor. Money on the floor. A button, a switch over here. That's what I thought you were saying. But you said, have you ever hit a button? So if you want to ask me a question like that, then the answer is yes. But if the answer was hit a button at somebody and put something down, then the answer is no comment. Say 100 E. Yo, Black, I'm from North Carolina, and we consider DC the South. Do you? Yes, I do. I do consider DC the South. John on the floor. We ain't making them hats. We making them jumps like this, though. We ain't wearing that PA knit shit. We wearing that real shit. Philly in the building. What's up, B? Happy New Year. Shout out to Philly. They say I can't come to Erie. I don't want to go to Erie nowhere. I want to go to Philly. When I go to Erie, I just want to interview Big Nussy. Long as I'm with Big Nussy, ain't nobody going to do nothing to me. They not even going to try me. I'm going to have Big Nussy with me on security. We're going to be looking for Goofy TV. I don't even call that nigga Girly TV. I call that nigga Goofy TV. I could walk through Erie blindfolded and dogs wouldn't even bother me. God damn. It's crazy how Gully just came out the bag on for no reason. I think right. He came out the bag chasing him for clout. I don't see no other way to look at it. For clout. Yeah, but for clout, I'm a bid off that nigga for 2-3 weeks. I knew he was a fraud, nickel and dime ass nigga. Nigga was wearing Wranglers. That's why he buy all them old ass shoes, them shoes he dreamed of, bro. If it wasn't for BT in the basement, 106 and Pop, the video jukebox, he wouldn't know shit. He ain't go to Miami till he was in his 30s. Got him to run across so many people that he ain't gonna be able to go nowhere. I wanna see you in Lemon Box. Why the fuck you wanna see me in Lemon Box? Take Big Nussy to the mall where he got the kiosk at. Can you imagine me videotaping Gully running out that motherfucker like Dan Aykroyd and trading places? Nah, now I wish had a picture or video with Gully in them Wrangler jeans, but I seen something on Facebook. Somebody sent me where it looked like he had on Wrangler jeans. That bruh, look at the way he got it. Listen, he went to get a fucking overall set tailored. The nigga wore green corduroys to the mall. He wore green corduroys to the mall. Goofy TV. I wish, man. I wish. You a sucker. You a sucker. All you want to do is talk on the internet. You don't want to do shit to me. I find comfort in you saying all that death you be selling, because I know you're not gonna do shit. Like, if you just stop talking and stop finding ways to communicate with me, or if I just got tired of you and blocked you, you wouldn't know what to do. But next time you see me, if you don't do nothing or don't say nothing to me, you know what you know the next part of it. I ain't gotta talk all vulgar, right? If you see me and don't at least say something to me, you're a cold-blooded coward. Why you always arguing live? I ain't arguing. That's not man time. I can't respond. What you want me to do? Just ignore it? Damn, I didn't know that Gully TV was a fraud. Yeah, Wranglers is worse than my coworker saying he still wear Rockaway jeans. Numbers going up, E. Is that right? Make sure you hit the like button. Who we got in here? What city y'all from? What city we got in here? I only got a few more minutes. I think I gotta make something happen real quick. Buffalo, V-Mob, okay, Baltimore. Keep it 100, you ain't never write that nigga son, did you? Nah, I didn't write him. I got caught up in real life. I had planned to, but it wasn't that serious for me. Chi-Town rolling with the 100, Wild 100. Shit out of Chi-Town, V-Mob shit. Wrangler got some pieces, y'all tripping. Carolina, Erie, Pennsylvania, home with a dribble. Okay, mistake by the lake. Shout out to the guards, East St. Louis, what's up? Now I'm living in Iraq, okay. Michigan. Mob, what it do? Where the fire Chinese food in D.C.? I like walk and roll. It's 11:27. You could get that shit all the way up to like 1 o'clock in the morning, and it ain't curry out. Like, it's real Chinese food. I'm joking. I ain't from Erie. I'm from Canada. You close enough to Erie. Shout out to Cleveland, man. I got love for Cleveland. Hey, Eon, what's your man Wayne Perry information so I can send him $100 here and there? Shaka. And Kosi Shaka Zulu Ill, you got to put him in the BOP.gov. Zulu Ill is the last name. But if you look at my Instagram, his information on my Instagram, if not, I'll send it to you if you want to send him some money for real. Out the gate. Richmond, VA, what's up? That's a fire name, Walk and Roll. They slick. Good money. Yeah, I thought that was slick. It's almost like, it's like Chinese but hip. Yeah. It's spelled W-O-K. Walk and Roll. East End, Richmond, Virginia. Shout out to East End, Richmond, Virginia. Richmond be tapping in. Richmond and Baltimore, y'all be tapping in over here. I don't never do no hating on Richmond, Virginia or Baltimore, Maryland. I don't really be doing no overall hating. I just be running into individuals that I end up clashing with. But nobody is liked by everybody. Shit, ain't nothing wrong with Canada. Drake and SGA made Canada look good. I can agree with that. We appreciate you, E. Man, I appreciate the love. Silver Spring, Maryland, that's what's up. Hey, you notice when I told you this nigga right there, he the type of nigga you can't do the chicken card game with? You see he went kamikaze just now, tried to get me out there. Somebody seen me at the Marathon gas station. But look, let me ask y'all this. This go for him and the people in the comments. There's a couple people in here. I just want to know. If a dude see me in public and I done said something that they don't like on the internet, what they supposed to do to me? Or what am I supposed to do in that situation? Am I not supposed to defend myself? Even if I said, let me ask you more direct. Even if I said something that was interpreted as something that someone doesn't like. Now, we see what happened with people like Martin Luther King, Charlie Kirk, all type of people that somebody could do something to you in public. But what am I supposed to do when they see me at the gas station and they got a problem with something I said on live? Like my man Jawan said, hey, E, watch what you saying. They know how you look. You don't know how they look. What am I supposed to do when a stranger walk up and say, nigga, you said something on YouTube the other night at 11 o'clock and I didn't like it? Or they don't say that. That's the hypothetical approach. Because they might just walk straight up to you and do you like Goofy TV and just punch you in the face. Shout out to Columbus, Ohio. Gully got his whole swag from New York, I agree. Basically trying to make you feel nervous. Baltimore storyteller, check me out. Everybody salute, always. Shout out to V-Mob. Make sure y'all subscribe to his channel. Supposed to approach you and settle it? Okay, you had me weak with the chains Gully have. I've been on them chains. Who the fuck is Gully? That says a lot. Ignore you or step to you as a man. Talk it out or square up. Okay. Handle your business. Bethlehem come into play. Oh, my knife in my coat. I was gonna flash my knife on you and shit. I keep a knife. Lay him down. Damn. Y'all show some love and hit the like button. Gully is a goofball. Apply pressure. Okay, I heard a couple different comments. Smack the shit out their ass, damn. When he talked crazy about his kids, made me not rock with him. When I heard him talk crazy about his son, I thought it was a little, I thought it was a bit much. Baltimore, Maryland. This game close as a mug. Somebody said, I already know you keep a knife handy. I mean, not because I'm not because I'm no dangerous person, but you know what I mean? It's just good to have a knife. But the thing about that, Eon, the enemy, if he's smarter, ain't going to telegraph his move, correct? He would just crash out to avoid the potential from you getting to him first. The streets is about who can get to who first. Right, that's why I'm saying ain't no nigga gonna be talking to you on the internet now. We ain't gonna forget the people like the dude John Lennon. He got shot by an obsessed fanatic. This nigga might be an obsessed fanatic. I'm only gonna die once. I'm not gonna let nobody intimidate me on the internet. If that case, you know, I would believe the shit that Gully say about beating people up and being God's gift to a corner and whatnot. Shit like that. Chunkies walk up to me every day on the south side. Just ignore, handle business if necessary. Most people that talk crazy on the internet ain't gonna say shit in person. That's fact. That's what I done learned. Nigga ain't gonna say shit. Nigga try to walk up to you and play and act tough like I could have got you. Nigga, you could get fucked up too. Sam Cooke, what about Sam Cooke? Gully 40 plus just now eating the purple yam. I'm a fanatic of catching my Vic. You ain't trying to catch no Vic, nigga. You been trolling for weeks under this name with your bitch ass. If you was ever trying to catch your Vic, you'd have did that by now. You know where one of my apartments at. I know where one of your apartments at. I know where the only apartment that you got, nigga. You ain't gonna do nothing to me. You just want me to talk slick to you so you could do like Gully do and jock my style. Use the way I talk against somebody else. Nigga, you ain't gonna do nothing, nigga. You a bitch. You ain't gonna hit nothing. You ain't gonna see nothing get hit. Nigga, all you gonna do is get shot at. You keep fucking with the right one, you can get shot, not shot at. How before these cameras, shit has truly changed. I don't know what you mean. I imagine you develop a sixth sense about street shit after a while. Yeah, I think people do. Hello, do you want to hear a joke right quick? I try to tell it on other live streams, but nobody will listen to me, so I didn't say it. You still ain't said it. Somebody said get him. But I feel like Slim is faking because he really wanted you, Eon. He wouldn't telegraph his move. He would just hit you if he ever run across you. Well, he can. He said he seen me at the Marathon gas station. When I'm on that side of town, I do go to that gas station. But let me tell y'all this, that same gas station, one of the most dangerous gas stations from back in the day. These days it ain't as dangerous as it is, but it's still out in the open. But I used to go to the same gas station when the murder rate was 480 jumps a year. You think I give a fuck about him saying something about the gas station now in 2026? I used to go to the same gas station in 1993 when it wasn't even a marathon. I forgot what it was, but that gas station been there for years. Saying you are God's gift to a corner and then turn around and say you was raised Muslim is an oxymoron. I thought that too. He just say anything. I ain't going to bust a grape in a fruit fight. I don't think so. I mean, hard to get away when you need to cameras everywhere. I think I know what you're saying. Facts. I'm feeding him the bait. He pushing 50 and still not wise as he think. I'm smart as a motherfucker, bro. If I wasn't, I wouldn't have gray hair. You ain't doing no base. You just talking, bro. And in real life, I'm stupid as you think I am. So jump out there. I'm feeding you the bait. I'm feeding you the bait now. The gas station was wicked back then. That's what I'm saying. He saying he seen me at that gas station now, bro. That shit is like the ice cream stand now, bro. I remember you had to get out and pump your gas with your gun at that gas station he talking about. I'm a nigga that did it. I used to pump my gas with my pistol in my hand back in the day at that same gas station. Him mentioning that gas station now is not even frightening. It don't really mean shit. You know how many police be over there by that gas station now? They're not gonna do nothing to me at that gas station unless you trying to go to jail. If you go to jail, you can get stabbed 100 times. What you talking about up North Capitol? Nah, you talking about the Marathon gas station on Florida Avenue by where the car junk used to. Well, they still wash cars and shit right there, like a block away from the tire shop over there by Union Market in DC. If y'all know, I'm talking like everybody from DC. We got people as far as California and as far as Canada, but if you from DC, talking about Northeast Rhode Island Avenue, I mean Florida Avenue by Union Market. In real life, I gotta use that one. What? In real life, you gotta use which one? He's God's gift to a corner, but living in a moldy basement. I'll give Gully $500 if he give us a tour of his house. He gonna block you if you say something like that on his live. That spot infamous. Yeah, man. I used to stop there on the way from the Go-Go back in the day. We might leave the Metro Club and come back Bladensburg Road to 8th Street. Come off 8th Street, hit Florida Avenue, take Florida Avenue all the way to North Capitol and go all the way back uptown sometime. That gas station will be one of the gas stations we'll stop at. If we go to Rhode Island way, we'll stop right there on 20th and Rhode Island. That's that's a Shell. That junk used to be wicked back in the day too. If you from DC. I ain't drilling shit. People be weird as fuck. Why watch somebody and talk? Because I'm living rent-free in their head. They fascinated with me. They actually might not. They actually might think that I ain't built like that. They might think that. I'm from Cali, my Jeep. Big Sereno 13. Okay. In real life, I'm as stupid as you think I am. Get damn near retarded in real life. Oh, you like that one? I mean that. In real life, I'm stupid as you think I am. Jump out there. I don't think you stupid for real, though. And then you get up and drive that Lyft or that Uber shit you do every day. You got good sense. I remember when Gully said he was scared to interview Branch. I remember that too. Typical punk-ass statement. Jamil dude, damn. Yo, Unkasa say on IG he going to bring to his live someone from PC to expose Gully TV. From PC? What you mean, like PC in jail? I just got off the phone with my jeweler. You should have put Gully voice behind that, but I caught it. I just got off the phone with my... He said that with a straight face. Hold on. Give me a second. I'm going to try to do the Gully face. I just got off the phone with my jeweler. Yeah, and he said, you know, those recent cables, you need to get them reappraised. Because gold almost doubled. They're like around like $41,000. If that nigga had a chain worth $41,000, if he didn't castrate any stupid, because niggas from Philadelphia would take a trip to Erie and kick his fucking door in. Everybody know he live on Parade Street. I think he meant PA. Oh, PA, yeah, I think he meant PA. Unkasa said you gonna be on live. Yeah, we gonna do that, motherfucker. We gonna run it up off Gully TV. Everything Unkasa said, I felt was the truth. He chill. My side hurt and I'm weak. Boy, we just cooling, man. It ain't even midnight yet. We got 20 more, 20. This the first day of the year. We might well ride it out. Man, he got the right one now. I'd come up on that fool if he was in Cali. Those chains was making so much noise, man. It remind me of like the motherfuckers who do the band shit on the buckets. Cable, old ass Brooklyn slang. Bro, he dick riding New York. I don't know why he be dissing people from New York. His whole swag scream trying to be or want to be from New York. The bid is real. Bro, I'm going to bid off him. I'm going to bid off him until I don't feel like it. And notice, I be sparing him for days, even weeks at a time. I be sparing him. But now that Casa is on his ass and everything he's saying is what I already said. It's like I got a sixth sense for suckers. He dissed Casa. He ain't never called change cables in North Carolina. I heard people say it. I ain't never used no cable. Just gonna say clink, clink, bad boy. Cold-blooded fraud. I gotta catch up. Why him? I don't know. Why not him? You think he cleaned the light switch yet? No, he trifling. Look at the blinds in the motherfucking office that he called a suite. Look at the blinds in that joint. I thought he was living in the NYC project the whole time. No, you didn't. You ain't think Goofy TV was living in the project. But look, he say he from the projects, and I talked to some people from Erie to say that's true. Why he don't have no pictures of him growing up in the projects? Like when you grow up in the projects, all your teenage pictures is in the projects, going out in the clubs with your homies from the projects, in the stairwell of the projects. You don't think if Gully had some pictures from the projects like Jay-Z got them old pictures from Marcy projects? Not when he was really like a little dusty nigga. I'm talking about after he got on it, he went back and took pictures. You don't think Gully would have a bunch of pictures from the era and time that he was hanging out in the projects? Or if he was a cool ass nigga, you don't think he would go and do live streams and videos in no projects with niggas? One thing about projects, they always breed hood stars. Why Gully don't interview no niggas from the projects from where he from? Please, somebody answer that for me. Is he still in the mall? I think so. I just wonder how he was able to get close to so many real dudes and do interviews with them. I'm like, no one realized he was a fraud. I think my man Halim did realize he was a fraud. He was in Halim inbox, dick riding Halim. Shout out to my man Halim Flowers. But Halim ended up not doing the interview, to my knowledge, the way in which I get the story. And, you know, Halim didn't say this. I got this from a third party. But he was all in Halim interview, all the Halim messages talking about, I want to interview you. It'd be good for my platform. No, the fuck it won't, nigga. I'm glad Halim ain't even do no interview with that nigga. Jamil Lindsay, super duper. What do you call that nigga? Hand-me-down Brown. Even the real dudes want attention. And then see, then he talked bad about gangsters and street legends. He said, after I did the Haitian Jack interview, all the gangsters, everybody wanted to tell their story. Bruh, he should be grateful, humbled, that a real type of street type of nigga would even let him interview them. Haitian Jack, I don't know that nigga, but he should be paying Sean Branch for allowing him to do an interview on him. Listen, if Gully didn't have a platform that was on the YouTube algorithm, right? Do you think he would be able to talk to a person like SB in real life? What the fuck would SB need to interact with a goofy like him for? He ain't gonna spend no money with you. He not gonna help you get no money. And then he gonna turn on you and act like he was bigger than you at the end of the day. So who needed who more? Did SB need Gully or did Gully need SB? Gully used the SB interview to act like he was cool with DC niggas, then to turn around and act like a sucker. He from the project suburbs. I think you need to sit down with who? Is he still in the mall? Yeah, he did a video in that office in a minute he has. If you was a ball player in the projects, you was one of the cool niggas. That's true. My niggas had Unkasa in my city in North Carolina plenty of times. I asked him about Skibo Debo, his cousin are from my city. It's on YouTube. What's under the beanie? That's like saying what's in your pants. Gully wears slum jewelry. But that's where he went wrong at. He got a platform and started to feel himself. That might be true. Hey, Boogie, that's a fact, but sometimes that can create envy as well as though, fam. That's why I never played out in Bird Farms like that. KD used to hoop a little bit out there, but at the same time, he was smart. He didn't get too comfortable playing ball out the farms. Real talk, I really think he was terrified while interviewing SB and Haitian Jack. He talks shit about niggas who got murders, then go interview Sean like Sean claimed the fame back in the day wasn't that he was a motherfucking head hitter. Come on, bro. And you was scared to talk to Sean. Punk ass nigga. Is it that serious, the problem up there? What problem? I don't know what you mean. I said he can't come back to Harlem. Well, he from New York. He can say that. I don't want him to come back to D.C. If he come back to D.C., I'm going to step to his ass. Sean Branch was a problem in D.C. Well, he was in the Washington Post. That's what they said. My fam obsessed with seeing your hairline. I don't know. That's why I said, man, that's like saying what's in your pants. Man, I done hung out with y'all for a minute. All of a sudden, Gully developed a new slang term about painting houses. I'll say it one more time and one more time only. If you from NYC, you know that the worst mistake he ever made was openly disrespecting Mano. Oh, okay. What's Sean Branch up to now? Making moves? When the last time you seen that clown? Ant? I don't know. I don't really be, I ain't getting into that ant shit. I'm a woman and you can see the fake smile from Buddy. Probably building something that will make him some bread. Gully need to humble himself and apologize to he might earn some real nigga stripes. Gully is one of them type of dudes that I don't ever see him backpedal in his bullshit, to be honest with you. I'm not saying that he don't. I don't know. I don't really care. I don't like him. I don't wish him no success in nothing. I don't wish him no success in nothing. See, I don't ever like when no nigga say something about why you got a hat on. Gully got that slime ball backstabber type of vibe. That's what it's looking like. A Eon, perfect example of it's it's about who can get to who first. Ralph McClain understand police tactics and counter surveillance techniques and was getting police out of the way. I know him personally, Juwan. He from my part of town. Unkasa still owes Gully $25. Well, tell Gully I sent him $25. Tell him bitch ass shut up. That's a fact. He stand on bullshit. E, you ain't rolled no J yet. Laugh out loud. Where that gas at? I've been on here too long, for real, for real. I was really just, man, vibing, watching this football shit. I had the troll in here. So I was going back and forth with him, mentally sparring. Gully was in D.C. with Sean Branch looking nervous as hell. I was there on one of those events. I got pictures with them suckers. With that sucker. Gully. Gully was in D.C. I grew up with Halim, Kareem, and Mama Lou, all real guys from Northeast when we were young and wild. Shout out to all three of them. Matter of fact, it's midnight. I'm about to say, if me and Halim, we play 2K off the late night. As soon as I finish rolling this J and probably hanging out with y'all while I smoke this last J. He won't apologize because it's just internet games to him. Yeah, to somebody fuck him up. I ain't gonna let him bite me, so he gonna get holes in his stupid ass trying to bite me. And I don't know what kind of holes it's gonna be. Round holes, slit holes. He can get holes. I know y'all be thinking I'm just be talking. I'm not gonna let a nigga like Gully get out on me for nothing. I will over my dead body. That's how I'm gonna just keep saying it. I'm not gonna let Gully get out on me in nothing. Nothing. Anybody got any questions before I go? Let's do a Q&A. Did Gully really serve time? Yes, that he did. Gully TV gonna bite one of y'all. I believe that. Damn, you know Ralph McClain. Homeboy was a militant type of guy. Trained in war tactics. Yeah. Keep in mind, he did all this shit right after Benny Lee did. Them dudes is dragons. What's up, Slim? What it do? Salute to y'all for surviving prison and rebuilding. I'm a 9-to-5 dude. Well, technically, I'm a 9-to-5 dude too. I do YouTube, write books, and mentor youth. Why are you such a punk? I don't know how to answer no question like that coming from a punk. What's up with Ears the Christ? Shout out to Ears the Christ. He cooler. He cooler. How long was you down for? I did 17 years, man. The funny part is when started singing that goofy shit Gully be singing about some carrots being so divine. Ha. Unkasa do a diss song using that shit. Yeah, he had me laughing. I was trying to say the joke. He said he was banging that joke. Some carrots are so fine. You get a dime for some whatever. How the fuck you say that, Joe? I'm gonna record that joke. I've been watching you for years. You funny as shit. Funny as fuck. Me? Seems like Gully falls out with everybody that helps him. That's because I think he raw around it. He be jealous and envious, man. He said he come to my page for comedic relief. He just know I ain't gonna block him because I don't take him serious. He a mental punching bag for me. He a verbal mental punch, a verbal / mental punching bag for me. And even if I have his profile analysis wrong, he only gonna do one or two things: shoot me or run. I don't care whichever way it go. You said Gully was at the Lord and Legend premiere and wouldn't even speak to Sean. That's crazy. I didn't say that. I didn't say he wouldn't speak to Sean. I'm saying if he didn't know Sean through blogging and YouTube, he would never encounter him in no other way in life. If I said that, I don't think I said it in the context in which you comprehended it or interpreted it or something like that. I didn't mean it like that. I meant SB in the streets of DC in the murder capital. He would never speak. He would never stop and get that nigga the time of day. He knows Sean Branch, the author, the person that done 25 years in prison. SB, the street nigga, wouldn't be talking to no goofy TV. They would have no reason to talk about nothing. He an 8-ball nigga with a camera. What could Sean talk to him about when Sean was in the streets? Big Buddy showed the courage so divine. Why Gully not responding? I don't think he can respond, but I believe he gonna say something. Yeah, don't nobody with a ranch block. Let the mental spar with each other. I thought you said another day live, he didn't say anything, maybe. Yeah. I said niggas ain't even want to speak to him. No, you misunderstand. I know exactly what you're talking about. Aside from me, Sean, and Kareem, other niggas didn't want to speak to him. I'm not talking about SB didn't want to speak to him. I'm talking about other niggas, DC niggas. DC niggas ain't, he wasn't nobody. He ain't coming in like, I was trying to think of like a black type of person, like, you know, but I don't want to use the name I was getting ready to say. But anyway, nobody embraced him. Nobody rushed up to him like, ooh, Gully TV. Nobody gave a fuck about him in there. Like, it was street legends in there, gangsters and hustlers. Gully was nobody there. He took pictures with us because we knew him. Didn't nobody run up to Gully and be like, ooh, take a picture, can we talk? Can I get your autograph? Motherfucker didn't even know who the Bama was. Surprised he ain't went live to address yet. Like he says, there's money on the floor. Yeah, but the money got his face on it this time, so we know it's counterfeit money. Facts, I've been watching you for years, bro. Real one, solid stand-up guy. You be having me tripping, snapping on the trolls and Gully. Yeah, here and there, sometimes I ignore it. They get you in trouble. They will get you in trouble. Watch out, man. All these carrots are divine. You get a dozen for a dime. It's magic. He was banging that junk. Was banging that junk. 8-ball, what else? Chains. My boy Tell Gully will run that fade with his fans. All right, he stole that money on the floor from Detroit. Everything he got, he stole from somebody else. Hip hop, sports, and fashion. Sponsored by Luka Doncic. I got you. Luka Doncic. You funny as shit. I got you. That ain't going my head. Gully the top at first day of the year. To the last day of the year, bro. It's money on the floor. You get a dozen for a dime. Are you 5'6" or 5'7"? I'm 357. What part of North Carolina was you in? I was all over North Carolina, but I was only hustling at High Point. I was hanging in Raleigh, Durham with my family. And Warren County, the country. Unkasa say Gully ain't pay him for the album feature, so the 25 is his. I can't believe Gully made a big old enemy for nothing. I mean, just because Twin fuck with him don't mean I fuck with him. I don't fuck with him. Now, I can't speak on who Twin fuck with and none of that. I fuck with Twin. Gully be playing too much. He don't be playing, he be perping. It's a difference. He just be perping. Mount Rainier tapping in. Shout out to Mount Rainier, man. Gully hoping all this blow over so he don't have to respond. He gonna have to respond to his fans, or he gonna be blocking me. I don't know why he never blocked me. He just ignored my comments. The video of him saying I'm not trying to fight you should have had him canceled a long time ago. Yeah, but remember, a lot of people in mainstream internet shit, they don't really care about being tough or gangster. That's why I don't troll him about being a sucker. I just call him a sucker every time I hear him talking tough. But now that I know he beat up on women, I'm going to keep pressing him about being a punk. There's nowhere in the world you got that much energy to beat women up and call women all type of bitches, and you a sucker. Hey, Eon, are you not keeping up with the game lately? Yeah, I've been a little busy too though. He gonna try to apologize to y'all, and I hope y'all can move forward. He can't apologize to me. He a sucker. I don't need nothing from him but to stay the fuck away from me. He think everything a joke. He gonna try to apologize. He need to apologize to Casa for stealing his style, acting like he from New York. Shout out to Baltimore. Shout out to Chicago. Shout out to Philadelphia, New York. Shout out to Casa. Can't wait to get the rap to him. You on Ongoing Live. We gonna do something. Might as well make some content. Why not? Let him tell a story on my platform. I like to connect with people and network with people. I don't be falling out with people. You see, I'm cool with Dogface. I don't got no problem that he talked to Goofy TV. Man named the PA Nick on Casa and ain't pay him nothing. Did him like Dapper Dan. He think he from New York. Who share the same traits? I'm starting to think some of these viewers that ain't hitting the like button are surveillance cameras and not fans. Damn, y'all share the same traits. Who is that, man? I wonder why Gully ain't respond yet. I bet he's gonna act like he had better shit to do, like knit beanies. I mean, that be his approach sometimes, but why mention dude when you should have known what his rebuttal would be? You feel me? But I ain't gonna let him. I ain't gonna let him forget that he was selling nicks and dimes. He wanted to show Costa he was a drug dealer. You a clown. He wanted to show Costa he was a drug dealer. He was riding around making nicks and dime hits. He said Costa called it crack licks. He was making nicks and dime hits. Nigga selling rocks at 30, riding around talking about he a YouTuber. He's a content creator. He said, I'm getting your likes up. Yeah, thanks, Jawan. Appreciate you, homeboy. First day he met him, doing that goofy shit. I'm telling you, you trying to impress him by it. He ain't tell a story about how he got punched in the face though, and then had to bite a nigga. Call that nigga motherfucker the K9, German Shepherd. Do you see the lot of the German Shepherd police dogs in the feds? Here and there. You don't see dogs all over the feds. You see them more in state joints. Get ready to get out of here, y'all. Catch y'all a little bit. Appreciate it, love. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, man. Goofy TV on the ropes.